found out that the Savoy had given us the job, I was absolutely over the moon. I'd achieved very quickly what I set out to achieve, which was to design uniform for the best hotel in the world. The design philosophy of Studio 104 is that there are no boundaries. I believe if you are going to be the best, you've got to do something different, and you can't be hemmed in by rules. I do believe that we can achieve anything that the client asks us to do, and I think we do it very well. When the Savoy approached us, they asked us to create a 1920s style uniform that they didn't want it to look like costume, they wanted to look authentic, but the biggest challenge was that it had to be practical.
The inspiration behind the designs was a combination of the brief that the Savoy gave us and doing some really extensive research into the 1920s. The Savoy were looking for something which was practical, but also had that glamorous effect to it.
I think for us the most important thing is quality and luxury of products.
It has to be glamorous, it has to be fitted, it has to be shapely, and it has to really show off all of the positive features of the person who's wearing it.
It had to be worn for an 8-hour shift every day of the week, and it could be put through the dry cleaners every single day. And you can imagine when you're trying to create a glamorous dress, that's a difficult ask, but we did it.
Marilyn Monroe was sitting in here, Marlene Dietrich played on this stage. It's just the history of this place, and it makes you part of this history, or the history of the Savoy. And I think this is very well reflected in our uniforms and the quality we're getting, and that's what we are looking for. The excellence, a wow factor.
The fabric's always a challenge. They asked us to source a gold pinstripe. You would think that's quite easy, but there's no gold pinstripe in the UK, so therefore we decided to commission a mill to create the pinstripe. It was challenging because we didn't have long to do it, but we pushed the mill, worked with them, and we hit that deadline, and I'm really, really pleased with the result.
They're very practical, but you still have that aesthetics to the new uniforms, and it's just great to see that both being combined, and it works very well for us.
It's incredible seeing the final result, actually. I think because, you know, there's a whole development stage, and to see it finally work out was a real achievement.
It's very rare to find a work uniform in this day and age in an environment even like this, which has the attention to detail and the bespoke nature that this uniform actually brings to the table.
The new uniforms now, they so much reflect that era which we're trying to portray. The 1920s style with the Oxford back trousers, and it's just that cabaret and theatre and just entertaining our guests, and I think that helps us to enhance the guest experience and give them a bit of a wow factor when they come in, especially with the gold and the black, and it's reflected in the new uniform.
Image is becoming very much more at the forefront of people's businesses, and yeah, I think we're in it at the right time, so I think it's going to get bigger, and uniform's going to be much more of a statement rather than the stuff being in the background.
I'm very excited about my new uniform. It's a bespoke uniform which has just been done for me, so it is an honor for me to wear this uniform. Jane has been great and helpful with bringing in my own ideas as well as her expertise. It's going to make me stand out and feel very good in it.
The Savoy epitomises high-end and the best, and I think it's very in line with Studio 104. I think we both marry very well together. The future for Studio 104 is big, exciting, fast-paced, and I would definitely say international.